Hi guys, I hope you're all having a great night. I posted over on my social media on Instagram earlier just Q&A questions just so that people could ask me some questions so that I could come on here and answer for everybody. Thought that'd be a cool, fun idea, so here we are. I'm just going to be reading off my phone and answering as we go, so here it goes. I assume you're done having kids. No. We definitely want one more. It's to be discussed as of when, but I totally want a little girl. I really want a little girl. So no, we are not done having kids. Netflix binging. If so, what? Riverdale. Like all the freaking way. And I'm just starting to watch Shameless again because I didn't realize there was a season 8 until I think it was yesterday Tyler told me that there was a season 8. So yeah, that's a thing. But Riverdale, Tyler and I are obsessed with Riverdale. It's getting a little weird though. I'm not going to spoil it for any of you that watch it, but it's just getting so weird though. They're taking a very twisted turn, but I'm still so in love with it. So shout out Riverdale, you rock. What's your favorite date ideas? I honestly can't say that I really have date ideas. Tyler and I are pretty laid back. I wouldn't consider anything we've ever done to be a date, even before we really officially started dating in the public eye. We're just really chill, going to Collingwood, grabbing a drink or apps or going for a walk or hikes in camping. I don't know, we're not really oh my gosh, let's go sit down at a dinner, fancy, get dressed up type people. We're yo, you want to eat popcorn and watch Riverdale? Does that count? Who chose Haven's name? Literally both of us. I think it was almost a year and a half before we even found out we were expecting. We had already had that name picked out. We were literally watching Safe Haven in Tyler's room, probably almost 2.5 years ago now. And I don't know, I think it was Tyler that initially brought it up. He was just Haven, I really like that. That'd be a good name for a baby. And I was like a boy or a girl? Because it sounds I've heard a lot of Havens as in little girls, but then the more I started saying it and hearing it, it sounded really like a boy name to me, so I really liked that. So it was kind of very mutual, and it was it was picked out way before I even found out that we were expecting, so that was pretty cool. I didn't have to sit there and read freaking baby book names forever. I already knew. Will you travel with the baby? 110% yes. Yeah, we are going away in April, just the two of us with my sister and her boyfriend Brock. That's our first trip without him. I think it's literally the first extended amount of time that we're going to be going away without him, which is giving me mad anxiety, but it's going to be so much fun and I'm really looking forward to it. But from there on out, I plan to bring Haven on our vacations, and I want him to see different cultures. I want him to be brought up around it. I have such a huge passion for travel. I almost wish that I had been able to start earlier on in my life, but I've been away every year for the last 4 years, so I plan to keep that up. How often do you work out? I don't know, I try to go every single day. Sometimes, it just depends on the week, or, it depends on Haven and, just our schedule. Tyler works days and he works nights, so when he works days, it's harder because he doesn't get home until late, and then I don't want to interfere with Haven's sleep schedule, so actually making it to the gym is one thing, but I can still work out and exercise at home as well. So, I try to work out at home if I can't get to the gym. So I would say six days a week, sometimes 5, sometimes 7. Just depends on how I feel. What should I expect postpartum, both physically and mentally? Damn, like that is probably a video for itself. Like that's a lot of things to explain. I honestly didn't expect half the things that go on postpartum, as like I wasn't prepared, I don't think, for everything. I also had to have a C-section though, so like that really threw me off mentally. Like I went into my pregnancy with probably a poor mind frame. I wasn't the strongest person when it came to like self-confidence and like feeling good about myself. So I definitely had to learn as my pregnancy progressed, like how to take care of myself mentally to prep myself to not struggle with postpartum depression, because I had body image issues prior to my pregnancy. Thankfully, I've kicked those insecurities to the curb. I'm still working on things. Obviously, we're all human. We all have things that we struggle with, but that's for sure what I wasn't expecting was the C-section. So for me, it was like I'd worked so hard to like get my mind right, and like I prepared myself for a natural birth, and I was so gung-ho about working out and taking care of myself. So when I found out that I had to have a C-section and literally sever myself and all of my hard work that I've put into my body over like the last 11 years and throughout my whole pregnancy, it just felt like, oh my gosh, they're gonna cut me in half and I'm never gonna be able to like work out the same or like have my stomach ever somewhat look normal again. Like literally that was what was going through my mind, and it sounds selfish now to say, but in that moment it was just like, what the heck? Like I literally thought that I'd done something wrong. I was like, why did he turn his head? Like literally I could go on forever. Like this is literally gonna need to be its own video. I chose to have a C-section, but I didn't choose all the emotions that came afterward of just feeling like I'd failed and feeling like my body was gonna go through hell and back to recover because I couldn't even pull my own pants up or sit down on the toilet without needing like major assistance. Like I literally walked into that hospital strong as hell, 9 months pregnant, and literally was like running, exercising, you name it, the day I had my son, and I walked out like I should have left in a wheelchair. I couldn't walk. Like going in feeling like, damn, I got this, and then leaving like a freaking so fragile, and you have this new baby and you're like, I can't even take care of myself. How the hell am I gonna do this? It messes with you, but we survived. Here we are, and you'll survive too. Sorry, I could go on about that forever. What motivates you? My son, like 100% him. I know he thinks I'm gorgeous no matter what. I could be sitting here eating bagels and stuff in my face and he'd smile at me and I'd be like, you're so supportive. But he motivates me for sure. I want to better myself for Haven, so that's my motivation. Thanks, babe. Tyler says, why are you such an amazing person and mother? Honey, listen, okay? It's all a show. No, I'm just kidding. You make me a good person, you sappy butt. When do you want to have another little babe? So this kind of goes with the question above. I assume you're done having kids. It's totally different people, but I think Tyler and I want to wait until Haven is at least 2.5, 3. I don't know. I think 2 to 3 is a good age gap. Tanisha and I, like my sister and I, are 2 years apart, and we're definitely closer than my other siblings. My brother and I are really close, but it's just, I don't know. I grew up a tomboy, so I've always had a good relationship with my brother, and he's 6 years younger than me. But I just feel like if I'm having 2 and staying at 2 and not having any more children, I want them to be close in age because I want them to have each other and I want them to grow up together. And I really want Haven to be able to like influence his little brother or little sister and them to be in school together and stuff. That's really important to me. What has been your greatest achievement in self growth this far? Wow, that's a good question. My greatest achievement, I think, is setting aside my insecurities. Literally not caring what the scale says anymore. Not caring that I still have cellulite and I still have weight on my hips and in my inner thighs and a small tiny butt that I'm literally trying to rebuild. Like, all the things that would have eaten me alive last year are literally just like, it just doesn't bother me anymore. Like I just said, Haven looks at me like I'm an angel. So I could be, I don't even know, like I don't think weight or anything really matters as long as you feel good about yourself and you're healthy and you're doing your best. That's, everyone's on their own journey and their own path, but I definitely think like I kicked my insecurities to the curb. Like I said, I still struggle sometimes. If it's a freaking moody day for me, I'll be like, ugh, and just feel like shit about myself, but I can pull myself out of a rut way faster than I ever could before. Like, I would literally drive myself so insane before and like beat myself down. And like, it's funny too because a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, you're so fit, blah blah blah, and then when you're standing there in the mirror and you're like literally like seeing something completely different. Like, I had major body dysmorphia, so I'm happy to say that that is one of my greatest achievements in growth so far. And like just taking risks more. Like, I'm not as introvert. Like, for instance, I'm literally sitting here in front of my phone recording myself talk. I would have never done that before. Hell no. I would have never put myself out there or even had the courage to take the time out of my day to like want to express myself. So I think those are major changes. And my greatest achievement is my baby. That's top, but I think this all just kind of comes into play with actually having Haven. So having Haven allowed me to take a step back and reflect on my life and who I want him to see me as. And I don't care what anyone else on Instagram thinks of me. I mean, it's so easy to have the highlight reel and for people to like assume certain things about people on the internet, but for my son, I need him to know exactly my heart and what I stand for and why I'm here, because we all are here for a reason and a purpose, and I just really want to express myself and for him to grow up having strong parents, and we're already setting an example for him. The kid's at the gym more than anything, so he's off on a good foot. Okay, I'm gonna end it here. This is already like 13-minute video, just rambling. I am gonna do another video though on my postpartum journey, and I think on our bro story I'd really like to share that because I could talk about that forever. And I have a lot of pregnant friends and mom friends and stuff that ask me questions like all the time about certain things such as like breastfeeding or like recovery and working out and how to target those areas and stuff. Not that I'm any expert, all of our bodies are completely different. Like, I didn't start working out until I was told I could, so I waited I think it was 6 to 8 weeks. So yeah, but those will be another video. So thanks again for everyone that participated and asking me these questions so that I can sit here and answer for you guys. Anyways, have a great night and we'll chat soon. Bye.